We did 80 push-ups. Okay? So I don't want to hear you guys talking shit about how many push-ups I can do. I'm fucking nuts at push-ups. Okay? I'm fucking crazy. I may have like a bit of bulk to me, but that bulk is beef, dude. It's raw energy. I mean, if my camera was slightly angled towards the floor, I would show you guys some fucking push-ups. Unfortunately, it's not. So I just can't. There's nothing I can do. Push up against a wall? Oh, I can do those too. I can do any kind of push-ups. Like wall push-ups, ceiling push-ups. You fucking name it, dude. We're making it fairly far in this tournament. We're hitting like the good players at this point. Like now we're against Prismat. We might be against Mago afterwards. Spooky Karma. What a tryhard! It's an interesting version. I'm down with it. Oh, yeah. It's not too non-standard. It's a fairly standard Spooky Karma. Frostbite Ezreal. Yeah, Prismat is a truther. A Frostbite Ezreal truther. He's rocking the 2 Bull Elnux. 2 Kindly Tavern Keeper. 2 Mystic Shot. That's the Prismat special, by the way. Running Ezreal with 2 Mystic Shot. You always want to submit after your opponent. It's a major factor how long they take. Prismat seems like a paper opener. Yeah, okay. We're getting a feel. We're getting a feel. What can I say, guys? I'm just undefeated. I'm just crazy, dude. Dude, having a cough sucks. Whew, what are your thoughts on Artifact 2? I don't know. Do we know anything about it yet? I don't know anything about it. I'll check it out. I'm actually, you know, I'm interested in trying it. I mean, I said that when they rebuilt it, like, I don't know. I mean, I've been saying this for over a year now, that when they rebuild it, I'll check it out. If it's good, maybe I'll play it long term. If it's not, you know, maybe I won't. I mean, I probably won't. I won't. If it's not. But, you know, who knows? I mean, there's no reason not to give them a second chance. I think my faith in Valve has been shaken. I was just kind of assuming that Valve was going to fix a lot of the flaws with the game. So I don't have faith in Valve at the point in time, but I'll give it a chance and maybe it will be good. Who knows? I mean, it doesn't really matter whether it'll probably be good or not, because I'll try it. And if it's good, I'll maybe play it for a while. Who knows?
Round 1, fight.
I don't know. I don't really like any of these cards against Spooky Karma. Pass here. That's an important decision point. I mean, he has a pretty time passing it through. I don't know. I'm kind of okay with this hand. He's on 2 Brood Awakening, 2 Thresh, 2 Missed Call, 3 Ruination. Might be a little hard to break Ruination here, but we don't have to commit too hard for the board. The big question, the big question is, are we playing to flip Ezreal? Are we playing to flip Ezreal? And we don't know the answer to that yet. It'll get decided in the next few turns based on how the game plays out.
Swift and silent as the breeze.
I mean, I don't mind taking some damage here, I think. I think I can't mind it. There's a few counters to this. The most notable is like Missed Call. I don't really mind if he Missed Call to get another one. That's not really a counter, it's just an extra Solitary Monk. It's the same mana point. I mean, I guess he could be thinking about denying this. Deny is pretty much the only spell he could actually have in that spot that he'd be thinking about at all. Gotta play the Draven here. Open attack's not quite good enough.
It's Draven time.
Thresh we can actually beat with Mystic Shot. Thresh is reasonably likely. But if he plays it, he goes down to 3 mana, and then he can't block Draven because of Mystic Shot. So Brood Awakening is a solid play. I don't mind that, because it means my Ezreal is going to be pretty likely to flip here. I'm actually pretty happy that he just birded here.
Axes coming right up.
I don't think I attack with Chungus, though. Chungus doesn't feel great. I just want to get the axe, man. Axe is so important. I'm down to free up some options early. I could see it being necessary to keep the axe in hand. When I rummage, the question is, because I need to play a card here, otherwise I have 10, so I'm not drawing. So I need to play rummage right now. The question is, do I rummage 2 axes or axe mushroom? Having an axe as an option for some things is going to be nice. Mostly if he like plays a Thresh as a blocker and my Draven wants to threaten an attack again. Mushrooms are kind of bigger cards though. I think Axe Shroom is just the most flexible. I don't know, if I'm not flipping Ezreal, then Shrooms are a lot more important. His deck has a decent amount of drop power. The odds of me needing both of these axes I think are really, really low. I'll kick both axes. So Static Shock plus like thing is good. He's at 4 mana left. Doesn't give him a lot of flexible options. He could go for like a very aggressive Skitterer. I mean, he's likely to deny the Static Shock, which means the Static Shock is going to be a bit more value if I play it after the attack step, because it means he has to... I mean, I guess it gives him an opportunity to misplay it, is the only thing. I mean, there would be no reason to respond here, I think. I don't think it can matter. I do have a 10-card hand. Arachnoid Sentry might be my best option here. I don't think I'm too worried about keeping my health high, but it's slow commitment. Usually he'll swing, and I'll have to Static Shock, and he'll get a good deny opportunity. It's a sick value deny. I don't think I can avoid giving it to him. I'm not sure if you keep deny in opening hand. I should learn how other players mulligan, because I think I actually mulligan a little weird compared to other players. I don't know, would you keep deny in your opening hand against Nox Ezreal? Obviously it depends, somewhat, but how open to keeping it are you? Draven can die to a Vile Feast if I do this. Because I have Rummage in hand, I think I really don't like the Draven dying. He also loses the strike ability to a Withering Wail next turn at a 3 of. I mean, keeping my guys alive into Wail feels kind of bad. So I'll do this with the Static Shock. If he doesn't deny it, I'll have the 9-card hand, so it'll be fine to draw. If he denies it, I want to make sure my blocks are like this to get maximum value. I just want to make sure I'm getting like maximum axes. And yeah, I mean, I don't think we can break deny here. It's like the deny is literally always going to hit that Static Shock. I don't mind putting him in an aggressor position. Like, we're down to 9, but I think this is a matchup where I just kind of don't mind that at all. I don't know, if I had good options to keep the spiders at bay without using Static Shock, I probably would have. Like, if I did have like Blade's Edge Mystic Shot hand, maybe I would have taken that. But I mean, I'm not gonna Whirling Death there, so there's nothing we can do. right? Like, it doesn't matter that I can read deny off this solitary monk. I have to static check there.
Let's book
3 progress is clunky. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your draws. At slow speed, you could play Skitterer. I don't think this attack improves,
Let's do this.
actually, at all. Just want to make sure I'm farming discard targets. I don't know, Spooky Karma has some ability to power through, for sure. Thermo Beam's not useless. The ability to, like, threaten Karma is nice. Do a Burst Pass. It's gonna be Blade's Edge here. 4 mana. I want to Blade's Edge a Spider before I Mystic Shot to make Mist Call worse, less odds of hitting Shadow Assassin. I don't think anything else really matters. This is definitely a flip Ezreal game, for sure. I'm pretty happy to threaten both of the Shadow Assassins. At 1 mana, he's on no options. Honestly, given his open attack with these spiders, and the fact that I don't want to sacrifice Draven, and the fact that I'm at 9, I don't mind jury-rigging here. I would normally not do this. Like, normally a 0 mana 1/1 isn't what you want, but we don't need discard targets here. We don't need discard targets for Axe. So it's fine doing this. I mean, obviously, this is the hand where, yeah, I mean, if you draw all 3 progress days, it feels bad. It doesn't matter, though. I mean, you still need to run 3 in your deck. Just hope you don't draw 3. I promise you can't outrun 3 progress day. I super duper promise you guys. You lose way too many games running 2 progress day and drawing 0.
There is hope.
Like, it's just such a ridiculous lose condition for this deck. If I pass, he'll pass without attacking. If I do a weird thermo, he'll get an easy missed call. I'm gonna have to progress stay in the spot. Like, I have 0 choice. He should be locked out of doing any weird attacks here. But yeah, my Ezreal level is kind of a little unfortunate here. It's honestly a fairly sick top deck. I'm still getting like this crazy infinite Draven value. Good old Draven, casually drawing you a card every turn. So he's at 9. He can't really let the Karma die. I think he can't block with it. He has to put me on odds for Whirling Death. He's already used one of his 2 denies. He's got really good odds of Ruination here. He's running the 3 Ruination version. I don't really mind a Vengeance. Swinging with everything doesn't really get anywhere, though. I mean, he can't block with Karma, so I actually will get some face damage if I swing with everything.
You hoping they'll die of boredom?
He'll just, like, wail or something. Or he'll grasp the Draven.
Watch and learn.
It's just impossible for him to block with Karma here. I can't develop into this. I just have to open attack, just get more axes. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm not too afraid of his attacks, right? I don't know. I mean, he can't monk, and he's already played 2 Shadow Assassins, so I probably don't need to save Sentry. I should use Sentry to start leveling my Ezreal. He needs to be flipped. I can't play Progress Day this turn. I mean, I can threaten to flip this turn. He's got 9 mana. If I move in with Thermo Beam and Karma, it's likely a missed call, but I can make that missed call at really bad odds. I mean, another Spider has already died. I can force him to Rekindler here, I think. So he'll pass. I'll, like, Sentry, maybe Thermo Beam the Karma. Thermo Beam is really expensive, and all it'll do is get him to play Rekindler. I would love it if he tapped under Rekindler here, but that's not happening. Super, super high odds of being on Rekindler. I don't know. Burning 9 for the Thermo is just way too vulnerable. Like, way, 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 way too vulnerable. Rekindler's bricked in his hand anyway. I think, yeah, the fact that he can't play Monk here... I mean, I might need Sentry for the Enlightened Emerald Awakener attack. He'll probably do an Awakener. God, can I Progress Day here? I can free up enough room to Progress Day. I need to Progress Day this turn. I think I actually have to. I think I need to be mana efficient. I need to be mana efficient. It's way too important. Rummaging is somewhat of an Ezreal tool. I don't need these additional Dravens. I think the Whirling Axe is actually just a useless card right now. And like I can actually kick both Whirling Axes. Whereas like the Spinning Axe could actually be lethal off of Ezreal. It's gonna cost me. I thought the rope didn't finish. I don't know. Yeah, I mean I forgot it goes back to me, but it's not intentional on my part. Because yeah, I was at a 10 card hand there. Ezreal draw is kind of nice here. I don't know. I mean, this is about as good as this matchup can really be going, I think, right? Feels like he really has to be on Rekindler. The way he passed there. Okay. Forcing out that whale early is kind of nice. Because whale is... I mean, when Karma levels, whale's a lot. So he'll play around Arachnoid Sentry by open attacking now. Man. I don't know. Maybe that's an exploitable burn. Like... He passed there because he realized I wouldn't pass because I had 10 card hand. I don't know. I should have just burned my top deck, I think. Because like the fact that he can open attack with the Emerald Awakener now is rough. I can obviously deny the lifesteal. Well, wait, he's at 20. I guess I don't care. I mean, I've got Ezreal big kill. I kind of have to respect my health a bit, right? I have to target one more thing. It's probably just going to be Sentry, right? Draven won't draw me an axe right now because my hand is full. Is tanking 6 like scary? I don't think he runs anything to punish me, right? I mean, he can't really deal over the top damage. That's kind of interesting. I mean, the Draven's almost certainly going to die before attacking anyway. Axe isn't more valuable than anything in my hand. If he creates Atrocity. That's kind of funny, but I don't think you can really play around that.
This is gonna hurt for you.
So the Ezreal has to be leveled at max mana, max hand. That's where we're going to go in. We'll do it on our step after the Ezreal is leveled here. Skitterer is hitting basically 0 value. I mean, if our Ezreal can in theory threaten attack off of Skitter, which is really, really hard to do. We won't have Progress Day this turn either. Progress Day needs to draw like second Ezreal, I'm thinking. I don't know, him being at 20 health is really rough. I don't know, maybe I needed to find a way to Progress Day here. I think I just have to hope I get second Ezreal, probably. I don't know, I mean this first Ezreal is going to deal a shit ton of damage. So maybe we're just Gucci. I mean, I can't play Ezreal now because he could have Vengeance. So the question is, do I pass or do I go for mana efficiency Static Shock? Mana efficiency is fairly important. The question is, are we progress staying off of Ezreal? We play Ezreal, we're going to have 12 mana no matter what we do. Ezreal frees up 11. Ezreal plus progress doesn't leave us with anything, so we can't progress off of it. I think triggering Static Shock... I mean, you want to play for the +2 damage, right? I can't go for mana efficiency, because I can't play Progress Day no matter what I do. So yeah, I think I'd just chill here. It's interesting. He's going in with Vile Feast here, which is theoretically lowering his amount of healing. Taps him under Vengeance range. I mean, I can't play Ezreal. I'm dying to like Grasp. Wow, could I play Ezreal now? I mean, if I have Grasp, I force it out. He gets to heal 0 off of Grasp. And then I just casually hope that Progress Day draws me a second one. Ah, that's kind of my win condition anyway, right? It's because he had 10 cards, that's why he's viling. No, I know, I saw. But I still, that's... I don't know, man. You'd probably seen it burn. So I have a 9-card hand. So Chomp into Ezreal is 6 mana. Then Shroom takes me to 9. And then I've got 4 more to spend, which is like Get Excited, Mystic Shot. So I lose I lose the ability to like Static. Oh, I mean I have to Chomp here. I think there's just no way around that, right? He can't get value out of Ruination or anything. So we're back up to 10 cards. It's a pretty good top deck. I don't know. Killing from 20 is really, really, really hard without being on the Karma version, though. And it's like, if we can't kill him from 20, he'll heal a shit ton. With like double Grasp, killing my Ezreal, healing 6, forcing me to draw a second one off of Progress Day. It's just too hard of a matchup. This is definitely a weak matchup. You guys were saying like the Karina deck was favored versus this, and it somewhat is, but this one is more favored. This is basically a better version of the Karina deck. I think there's like 1.5 matchups that the Karina might be better against. I mean, what are you playing against now? I don't know, it feels like this matchup is maybe just too unfavored.
I'm so good, I surprised myself.
So the most important thing about Ezreal is you inherently have the ability to force them into first action by attacking. And then he has to like Grasp before we do damage. The problem is, our damage can't kill him from 20, right? So his Grasp is going to heal him 6 of the damage I deal. I don't know. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I still have to do it. That's why I was thinking about playing Ezreal last turn. As crazy as that is, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. The odds of him having a way to keep himself alive are really, really high. He's at 8 mana. Jesus Christ. I think it's insane to not go for it. I don't know. My odds on this play are pretty low. It's like, I don't think I can really win this. It feels too bad. Yeah, I don't think there's a win condition here. I actually just don't see one. I probably needed to like pass there and hope that he has no other form of healing and progress day into like Static Shock 2 spiders, progress day into Ezreal.
Brutality.
I don't know. I mean, waiting one more turn just gives me much better odds. So, I mean, yeah, that obviously made no sense. It's still such long odds of being able to take it. 13 card deck. Yeah, maybe it got there actually. But yeah, that was a misplay. Man, that kind of sucks. I was playing pretty well until I just did that. I had a slim chance of winning the game if I didn't do that. Letting Ezreal die and hoping he'd draw another one. Yeah, also hoping he doesn't do some weird over the top lethal. I don't know, man. Maybe we were good there. That was a throw. Yeah, that was just a bad play. So fucking sloppy, dude. Yeah, big choke, big choke. We definitely had a chance to win if we didn't just play that. You can also like devalue Spirit's Refuge as well. I mean, devaluing Spirit's Refuge is pretty important. Well, he doesn't run it, right? Yeah, you can't play around it. That's true. That's true. I don't know. I mean, there's got to be other punishes to playing Blade's Edge like this. I can just commit the lifesteal here, maybe. What are the odds that killing Karma's value here? Pretty fucking low, right? Kind of impossibly low. But yeah, I think the Blade's Edge had to have been punishable by too many things. Too many things to play out there. I shouldn't have gone in, dude. That was actually just an ironic, like, fat misplay.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
What was the point of Blade's Edging the spider if he was going to heal full from Karma anyway? Because he used the Spirit's Refuge after the Blade's Edge, and he doesn't run Spirit's Refuge in the deck. He got it randomly off of Karma, so I wasn't playing around it. Why would you do that? His card is Withering Whale.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. No way.
I mean, even if he doesn't have a hand here, we should be out. Yeah, we had one chance there. Play around Reed Kindler with Guillotine, which is actually pretty funny. Not that Guillotine really accomplishes anything. Is he still in if he loses? Not the set. I mean, this game is the first of the best of 3, so I'm still in if I lose this game, but if I lose this set, I'm out. Ezreal's like 35% versus Spooky Karma. It's really, really low, yeah. It's like, it might be closer to 30. The Nox Ezreal version. That's part of the reason why some people like Karma Ezreal, because it feels actually like it's able to flip this matchup. It's basically the one benefit of going Karma Ezreal. It's for this matchup. It's going to be a bit of an uphill climb here, though. This game's obviously over.
This is my cause.
Like a do nothing hand. I mean, his hand would have to do less than nothing. I don't know. I mean, what beats me if I just save? What if he has Atrocity and use it on his own units? Well, we're not playing around that. This game's over anyway. I mean, it's impossible for him not to have a way to kill this, I think. Like, even Ruination. Even Ruination beats me here. Like, he could just Ruinate this and win. We have nothing else in our deck. That's a pretty funny way to close out this game. Yeah, he's on second grasp, but he's good either way. Yeah, this one's rough. We had, like, a pretty good opener. We definitely had, like, a shot at winning that we misplayed.
Fatality.
But even with that good opener, it was only a shot at winning. That's GG. This game was like less than 1% for the past like 5 minutes. This game was probably 35% before it started. Probably less, right? I mean, that's just based on the matchup, you're saying? Yeah, it's a really rough matchup. I don't know. We were higher than 35% before we misplayed, though.
Round 2. Fight.
I'll keep trumping Blade's Edge. Both of his decks are favored against Nox Ezreal. Kinko against like Spooky Karma could have gone okay. I think Freljord Ezreal is... They're pretty close in power level. Freljord Ezreal might be a little weaker overall, but it should be favored in the mirror. It feels pretty hard for it to not be favored in the mirror.
In Avarosa's name.
He's got a positive burn here. I consider both Karma and Ezreal quite unhealthy for the game. Karma Ezreal deck is twice the cancer, basically. I really hate how this is an actual deck you can play. Karma Ezreal? Really? I think Karma Ezreal is like less problematic than either one individually. Karma Ezreal, combining both of them together makes it more counterable. Because it's at least like playing into the aggro triangle, which is probably the healthiest out of all control deck states.
Stop the day. Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform?
Now that Chump loses to Brittle Steel, it does feel pretty bad. Is there a 2-mana draw I'm looking for here? It's like Rummages. Yeah, this one's probably over. He had like a really good start already in a favored matchup. It's a pretty hard recovery point.
I have the best job.
I don't know. Ezreal, just by its nature, I think has a really hard time being like a tier 1 deck. I think. It's like, it's really, really close, and it's powerful, and it's a fairly necessary part of triangles. There was a week where it was like the most played deck according to Master Stats. But it was still like under 60% win rate. I think it was like 57, 58 or something like that. Probably have the house, but I don't know. In my Karma Ezreal deck, Karma, Ezreal, Dawn and Dusk, Peddler, and plain beatdown all servers win cons. I mean, Dawn and Dusk is kind of interesting there. Running like Peddler and Dawn and Karma Ezreal. I don't know, man. That sounds a little trolly. I don't know if you can call Peddler a win con. I think it's sort of an underrated card right now. It's like, it's definitely slottable in these decks. I kind of hate Ezreal as a concept because the sheer amount of damage you can pull is quite disgusting. I can see it. There's a weird line where you attack with Draven there at 0 attack. It's sort of fascinating. If you assume he would never block if he puts you on Mystic Shot, then it's proper to attack with the 0 attack Draven, even though it doesn't do any damage or generate a Spinning Axe.
Charge! No way!
That Ezreal play seemed a little weird. I mean, it's a tell that he has multiple. I feel like it's maybe not necessarily worth doing, even if you do, though. I want to attack with Draven. If he wants the harsh winds, he can't punish this development. I need to be attacking with my Draven. The Bull Elnuck is the most annoying. If he harsh wins, I can still have options to level the Draven. So he passed at 7. That pretty much has to be a harsh winds. I mean, I can get him off the harsh winds by like playing second sentry here is kind of crazy. Second sentry is like a real power move here. So harsh winds and brittle. Spinning axe will lose to brittle. He hasn't played brittle once.
What are you waiting for?
3 turns ago, it was Trumpwump versus Trumpwump, and he Thermo Beamed instead of Brittle on turn 4. I think you would Brittle there instead of Thermo Beam. I think he would always do that. I think he's less likely to have brittle.
I'll protect the villages.
Okay. Force out of Harsh Winds is not bad value. We're outscaling. Moist.
What are your thoughts on the Karina deck? It seems to be exploding in popularity.
Where's Spooky Karma? I mean, Spooky Karma is a good deck, so worse Spooky Karma is still a good deck. I can probably get him to freeze the Draven, and then I can guillotine this Trump Wump. I only need to guillotine here. I think I can bait like a Brittle Steel here, and I think that's pretty premium. Draven's always gonna get frozen. I don't use the second guillotine, I think. Wow, do I? Could I? I don't think I can. I think I have to... I mean, we're just gearing up for an Ezreal turn. I just want to, like... Because if I guillotine, that's a Blade's Edge. I just chump wump and think about open attacking. I mean, open attacking is a power play. He's used 2 Harsh Winds. He's used 2 Harsh Winds, 1 Archer. Against them, open attacking gets countered by Harsh Winds, whereas developing gets countered by Archer. He just used the second Harsh Winds pretty willy-nilly, so he could have a third one.
Secure me tail. Start the day.
It could have been right to Rummage there, maybe. I don't know how I feel about that Rummage. It's definitely possibly correct, though.
Axes coming right up.
It's a 4/5 that killing costs a 1 mana spell. But this 4/5 is accomplishing nothing. It's stopping 1 attack, and the Blade's Edge to face is dealing more damage than this 1 attack. Especially given the flexibility of the 3 mana. It makes no sense to do that there. That's why I think it's important not to think of the game in terms of, like, you know, common baseline values. Like, it's true it's a 4/5, but it's also doing nothing here. The board is not mattering anymore. We're getting Ezreal soon, if not now. Passing here means he can't play Ezreal this turn if I keep the Thermo mana up, which I think is really, really important. Kind of a shame I haven't drawn mine yet. If I play a single thing, he'll just play his Ezreal. Odds of him having a second one on hand the way he played are pretty likely. So I have to burn 1 mana here. The 9-card hand makes, you know, makes this pass fine. Letting him play his Ezreal is just bad. It's just a bad play. Level up Draven. Leveling Draven doesn't really matter here either.
So good, I surprised myself.
He's played 1 Ezreal. He runs the Entreat version, so he's got like Entreat combo potential basically. He hasn't really used any burn spells. So he's got a pretty scary situation here. He'll open attack and force us into something we don't really want to take. Static Shock here allows
You hoping they'll die of
top deck
boredom?
second guillotine. Static Shock opener is probably the most non-committal play. Are we under threat of dying this turn? I don't know. You can rummage and hit Ezreal. Entreat's kind of scary. They can give you like some kind of crazy ranges. It might have been just a misplay to not rummage there. I don't know. I think that was another misplay. I think we're supposed to play Ezreal there. Or rummage and hope you draw Ezreal. I mean, his static shock is getting through either way. If I thermo beam, I mean, if I like get excited, it doesn't matter whether I do it now or later, right? Because his static is getting through either way. I mean, it can't possibly make a difference. If I get excited now, he can play a second Ezreal from his hand instead of the Mystic Shot before the attack. I don't think anything else matters here. Unless I'm missing something. I guess he could also do an attack with Bull Elnuk, which gives us Whirling Death. Which, I mean, there's kind of a chance he'd forget to play around. Static Shock makes this position a little less scary. It's kind of hard to deal 13 here for him. I really need to pee. Very badly, actually. We'll almost certainly discard the Draven spell.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
If we use the Draven spell, we're just opening ourselves up to like harsh winds. Saving the Ezreal.
This is gonna hurt.
What we could do is we could open with Get Excited, and then if he puts Mystic Shots, if he taps to 0, then we can use the Draven spell. But if he taps just down to 1, it's got to be Brittle Steel, which makes the Draven spell no good and a complete waste of mana. Which is actually very fascinating, because what it means is we probably can't use the Draven spell now, because it is stopping him from tapping to 0, which is nice. Like, Entreat Mystic Shot, he can't do. It's a little risky to do it anyway. I think I discard Thermo Beam. I think Thermo Beam is safe to discard. Man, if Trump Wump was a 4-4, dude. If Trump Wump was a 4-4, I can block there with Trump Wump and use the Draven spell. That's so good. I don't know. I mean, I have enough damage if I draw my Ezreal off of Rummage or the top deck. So we've got 3 draws to find Ezreal. It's our first Ezreal, right? We haven't drawn a single Ezreal this game again. Rummage is a mushroom away. Wow. So I can now stop 2 damage by Whirling Deathing the Ezreal. Now that he's tapped out of range for Brittle Steel. Wow. He could have... Did he progress day earlier? I don't think he's actually progress stayed this game. So he can't have the 0 mana Brittle Steel. Stopping 2 damage. Does that matter? Down to 6. He discarded Mushroom. He hasn't used a single Get Excited. He runs 1 Get Excited in the deck.
What are you waiting for?
He runs just 1. We also get the other axe too, right? Which is nice. Man, the fact that he hasn't progress stayed yet is really, really nice. Because normally we couldn't do this. Probably won't get a better Whirling. Well, Whirling is a discard target and a mana sink. And I get the spinning axe. I get the discard target back, but it is mana negative. I think it's a fairly easy Whirling, but it's still a considerable spot. I mean, playing Ezreal here makes me good. I have to just be discarding the spinning axes, because even though they trigger Ezreal, I can't afford to be discarding cards here. So we're just on, again, as always, an epic quest for our Ezreal. Not hitting it makes me sad. Yeah, that's just checking, but yeah, sad. Sad's right. Chungus. I mean, I have to be Chungusing. I have to go for like an open attack. The hard thing is if I top deck the Ezreal, then do I play it or do I open attack? So that's when it becomes a difficult decision. He uses the first Ezreal pretty early, which is kind of strange. I mean, if he's got like 2 or 3 brittle steals, he's still good here, by the way. One brittle steel? I think 1 brittle steel is no good. Just max damage here, right? To 9. I mean, that's gotta be in our ranges, right? So our other discard is just gonna be Thermo Beam here. I'm kind of slow rolling this. Huh. It's kind of funny. If he actually has Ezreal plus spells, I need to basically just hope the 2 mushrooms are good here, right? If my top deck is Ezreal, then I could lose the game by playing shot here. I mean, I've got 3 Ezreals on my 17 card deck. It only matters if he draws 2 shrooms, right? If he draws 2 shrooms and has Ezreal and lethal. Kindly Tavern Keeper. We do break Kindly Tavern Keeper by forcing him to draw 2 shrooms. I don't know. I mean, I'm devaluing my top deck Ezreal. The question is, do I believe Ezreal's at the top of my deck? Not really, no. It could be like Progress Day. Progress Day or Ezreal? I've played 1 Progress Day. 2 Kindly Tavern Keepers is really fucking Monka. He doesn't have good kill ranges on his Ezreal. It has to be correct to save it, doesn't it? This feels so bad. And then there's like the weird get excited out top deck. I don't know. It's actually a pretty close call. It's actually a pretty close call. I'm devaluing Ezreal, Progress Day, and get excited by doing this. I'm devaluing Kindly Tavern Keeper, which is a scare card.
Fatality.
I don't know. It's very, very close there. He was at like 20 shrooms with 15 cards. It's really close. I think that was correct, but it is very close. The thing is, you're not devaluing Progress Day either way, because Progress Day is basically a kill, right? If you draw into Progress Day, it's going to be able to give you the over-the-top you need. So you're not devaluing Progress Day. You're only devaluing Get Excited if he doesn't have a Tavern Keeper in hand, right? And you're only devaluing Ezreal if he also has Ezreal, but not a way to kill us. It's really, really close. It is. And I'm not saying that because we high rolled. I don't make decisions like that. I'm not saying that because we drew 2 mushrooms. But I think we did play for better odds by doing that. The fact that he's running 2 Kindly Tavern Keepers. I would not have done that if he wasn't running 2 Kindly Tavern Keepers. I would never have done that if he wasn't on 2 Kindly. Ever. So I wanted to go first because of the curve Wayfinder. I wanted to attack on odds because of Zed and Wayfinder. Elusive definitely like attacking on odds, so. Hit a good opening hand. I mean, don't I just keep both Wayfinders? I don't know, man. Isn't Elusive's like as simple as just keep both Wayfinders? Isn't that just the strat? How do you not keep both Wayfinders here? For the record, given the coin flip and given the matchup, I'm about 40% right now. You keep one. I think I want to play 2 of these bad boys, and I don't think there's early drops I'm looking for. I'm attacking on evens as well.
Final round.
Okay, keep that.
Fight.
Kind of interesting. Hand just nutted all over itself. Double elixir, green glade duo is arguably the 3 best things I could have drawn there.
Hang on, Fuzzball.
Hey,
We don't break thermo here, but it's kind of insane to thermo this. Our hand continues to nut. I've never seen a hand nut harder than this. Don't know what's happening, honestly. It's kind of insane to not do this. I mean, it's really truly insane. And have you ever seen draws like this?
I'm trying for faith.
just need a target.
I want to point out that hand was awkward for a hot second. 2 Wayfinder, 2 Elixir is kind of a fucked up hand. And then we drew Green Glade into Omen Hawk into Navori Conspirator. Truly insane. Wow. I think if I played Elusives more, I would know how I felt about this block. I think I don't like blocking this. I think I can't like blocking this, right? Excuse me, sorry. It's fairly close. I don't know. Ezreal can be pretty scary when it gets you a little bit low. But my health is high. This 3-1 is really devalued by the board state here. So now turn 4 is the interesting one. We're always going to play Wayfinder here. We drew half of our blue things. Wow. Could we... Ooh, we could totally think about Omen Hawk, Conspirator, and Attack Threatening Elixir. Wow! I have to play for Elixir value here. Omen Hawks are better earlier. I think I actually have to do this. I don't think I can play Kinko right now. If he doesn't force the Elixir out, then we get to Omen Hawk after the combat, which is nice. Static Foxy. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of why I have to keep Elixir up. No static.
Stay safe. I'll take it from here.
So... It's the easiest Elixir variant of my life, right? I'm dealing 3 damage and developing a 3-2. I mean, I don't think I've ever had an easier play than this, right? I think this would classify as a slow roll, because this is just like the most brain-dead play ever. I'm just like... Okay.
They'll never see us coming.
Stop slow rolling. I'm not trying to, guys. I'm just like, I don't play this deck a lot, so I'm just making sure I don't make weird misplays. This is actually a strange spot. I kind of think I can't tank down to 10. I don't know, Prismat's version is actually a little vulnerable to this, because the normal version is running like 3 Mystic Shot, 1 Get Excited. His over the top is pretty small, actually. 2 Mystic Shot, 1 Get Excited. Some older versions are running more Get Exciteds. I mean, I have to just play aggro. I can't take a weird block here. Zed can't get frozen on an open attack, which is pretty good. It's also like blockable. I don't know, imagine playing units that aren't elusive. What's the point? 5-4 gets pretty good value on his second thermo. Stops the attack. I can play around second thermo by playing the Omen Hawk first. There's a decent chance he'll tap out of it with like a static shock or something. Then I'll get to Zed. Zed has to feel valuable enough. Very strange that I don't think I can Kinko here. He hasn't gotten an Archer off. That's pretty important, because he hasn't gotten an Archer off. I think we are probably going to need to be taking open attacks.
Firing.
We probably have enough pressure to force his Ezreal to block at least this Conspirator. Developing this, normally against like fast speed answers, when the scare card is Harsh Winds, you want to develop into it. But because he doubles down on hitting the Zed and the clone, if it's Harsh Winds, I sort of don't want to do that. So we're kind of playing around both Harsh Winds and Archer. I mean, it's pretty much the most brain dead open attack of all time. An interesting question is, do you keep the Omen Hawk as a blocker? Ooh, Aggro Brain says just stick the Omen Hawk in him. I mean, I think I've got blockers with Wayfinder anyway, right? Aggro Brain says go! Go! Okay, okay.
Hang on, sir.
4 out of 8 is a little slow here, but he could get there. Kinko. Have I already played 3 Omen Hawks? I think I've only played 2. Shadow Assassin stops any semblance of an Ezreal attack. I don't really need a Trump blocker for the Blown Luck though. I don't think flying is very useful. I think I play Shadow Assassin here. I actually think Kinko is just kind of too devalued. It does go wide. Wide is good. If he's on Static Shock, I can probably play it after he Static Shocks. I think he's in a position where he's going to be forced to Static Shock into me.
My life for the order.
I don't think I've ever nutted so hard. God, how do I do it? I mean, if we play Wayfinder, and if we give him a good Static Shock, I don't know. The life steal on life plate isn't actually doing much. This is actually pretty close. We're playing it to Static Shock with Wayfinder. Bad. Static Shock is unironically one of his biggest win conditions. Like, zero irony. It's really, really, really big. And he's got 3 of them. He needs to be leveling up his Ezreal very fast. And Static Shock is a good way of getting there while replenishing his 4-card hand. So it's a real scare card here. I think he has too good of a bet for Static Shock.
He's a dangerous lad.
He forced out 1 Harsh Winds.
Heard you're new in the area.
Positioning can't matter here.
Those pockets look awful heavy.
It's usually a desperation rummage in this spot. I mean, like, Harsh Winds does make him good here. It's like, not good. It makes him very, very minorly good. He's aight. He's not great. Usually it's a fold out. I mean, I'm not seeing anything weird. You guys ever nut so hard that you actually just never play Wayfinder? Imagine a hand state so good that Wayfinder's a bad card.
Embrace the shadow. Fatality.
We're 4-1. We're advancing to the quarterfinals, I think. You can never you can't really tell what the opponent's doing. It's really hard to see like what misplays they might have done. I think he probably deserved to win overall there, I'm thinking. I mean, okay, to be perfectly honest, I think Prismat's version of Freljord Ezreal is kind of trolly. I think like some of the specific card choices are weird, and he's running like a lot of weird 1-ofs and 2-ofs. I think his lineup was favored, and we made one just like really bonehead misplay when we played Nox Ezreal into Spooky Karma. That being said, I mean, we kind of hit the weaker matchups. I wanted to take Kinko Elusives into Spooky Karma, so we got a better opener matchup. We won the rock paper scissors. I don't know. That misplay just makes me feel bad. The one we made before. I threw game 1. I actually just had like, it was a literal miscalculation. I literally thought I had enough mana. I thought I had 1 more mana.